Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and to shed more light on this issue, we are joined over the phone by our prominent guest, Dr. Monica William, the international relation expert and the political science researcher. A very good morning to you. Thank you for being on the breakfast show, Doctor.
Good morning. Thank you for having me
today. A very
today.
good morning to you, Doctor. Doctor, can you tell me, please, how important is the visit for both the Minister the Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Aati and Kamel Al-Wazir to Eritrea, please, in your point of view?
Of course, indeed, the joint visit of Egyptian Foreign Minister Dr. Badr Abdel Aati and the Transport Minister General Kamel Al-Wazir literally reflect a broader Egyptian strategy which aims at strengthen its geopolitical and economic presence in the Horn of Africa and the Red Sea region. This visit, of course, comes at a highly sensitive regional moment marked by growing competition over maritime routes, escalation, security threats in Strait of Hormuz, and some days in Red Sea, and intensify international rivalry in the Horn of Africa and, of course, in the region. This is a conflict between the United States and Iran. Of course, Egypt's decision to combine diplomatic and transport portfolio in one mission highlights Cairo's intention towards and to move beyond traditional political coordination towards deeper economic integration and infrastructure cooperation with Eritrea. The importance, of course, of Eritrea in Egyptian strategic calculation has increased significantly over the past decades, especially since 2014. Eritrea occupies a critical geographical position overlooking the Red Sea, particularly near the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. Though with nearly, of course, 12 of global trade and approximately 30 of global counter traffic paths annually. So the Red Sea itself represents one of the most strategic maritime corridors and, of course, carrying energy exports from Gulf towards Europe and international markets. So any instability in this region directly affects the global supply chain. And of course, the collaboration between both sides reflects the shared concern regarding regional security challenges and, of course, oppose the expansion of extremist organization and fear of fragmentation of state institutions in neighboring countries, which, of course, is very important for the both sides. Economic considerations are equally important in the visit, as we see Egypt is actively seeking to expand its trade and investment partnerships across Africa in line with its long-term strategy of demanding continental integration, if we can see, and trade between Egypt and African countries exceed the $50 billion in recent years, which while, of course, Egyptian investment efforts continue to grow in sectors such as construction, energy, and transportation.
Well, Doctor, also to what extent does Eritrea represent a strategic partner for Egypt in the Horn of Africa, especially?
Of course, it's, as we mentioned, continuous exchange between Cairo and Eritrea demonstrates the evolution of Egyptian foreign policy towards a more proactive African engagement in recent years. Egyptian ministers or representation has intensified high-level visits and economic partnership and security. On the other side, Eritrea is very important, as we see from the geopolitical and from geographical side or aspects, so it's very important. And of course, Egypt continues to strengthen its political partnership with countries neighboring Africa and the Horn of Africa as part of whether a strategy to increase its regional appearance, of
Yes.
course, and reach a complex relationship with Ethiopia, of course, or as another strategic dimension to Egyptian-Eritrean coordination. While the visit is not officially centered on Nile, but the broader geopolitical context cannot be separated from the evolving alliance on the Horn of Africa.
Well, Doctor, also can you shed more light about the importance of the Eritrean condition regarding the dealing with the security challenges in the region?
Of course, there is a lot of aspects in this regard. The important or the security level is very important for the post side. As I mentioned earlier, the security importance has grown significantly in recent due to the increasing geopolitically, as we mentioned, importance
Absolutely,
of
yes.
Horn
Yes.
Africa. And on the key dimension of the Egyptian-Eritrean security partnership, the protection of maritime navigation in the Red Sea, it's part of this port. And of course, or in addition, both countries shared concern regarding security threats in Somalia and wider Horn of Africa, which of course Egypt or Eritrea supports the presence of the state institution and that was the expansion of terrorist organization, particularly different port organization in Africa. So Egypt believes that instability in any region in Africa could create broader Egyptian security risks that may eventually affect and impact on the Red Sea and the North Africa.
Well, Dr. Monica William, the international relation expert and the political science researcher, thank you so much for being on the breakfast show and for your